Hello. Today we're going to be drilling through porcelain tile. So I'm going to show you 5 different ways you can drill through porcelain tile, as this is the most difficult tile to drill through. If you can drill through porcelain, you'll be able to drill through ceramic and any other type of tile. Now if you're a DIYer and you've not drilled through tile before, you might not be feeling that confident. So I'm also going to show you in this video a few different bits of equipment and jigs that you can use to greatly increase your chances of drilling the hole successfully and not cracking the tile. So there you go, I've got a variety of different drill bits I want to show you. I've got masonry drill bits, specialist drill bits, diamond drill bits for your drill and your angle grinder, and a spearheaded drill bit there. So let's go through these one by one now. So the first method I want to show you today is using masonry drill bits. So I've got these Bosch blue tip masonry drill bits, as I think they're one of the best on the market for drilling through tile. And you get 2 different types, the hex shank and the smooth shank. And what you want to ensure is when you're drilling through tile, you're using a relatively new drill bit, because if you don't do that, you've got a lot more chance of damaging the tile. So make sure it's either new or relatively new. And the other element to this, which is critical, is keeping the drill bit cool. So I've got some water here, and you just want to dip it in the water every 5 to 10 seconds to ensure the drill bit stays cool and keeps it in good condition. I don't actually have porcelain tiles in my bathroom, so I've just rigged one up on the wall here for demonstration purposes. And the reason why I'm showing you masonry drill bits first is because they're the cheapest method. So if you've only got a few holes to drill, then a masonry bit will do you just fine. And you can start off what I like to do with a 3 or a 4mm drill bit for the pilot hole, and then you just upgrade that to a 6mm. So we've got the water, I've got the drill ready to go, let's crack on with it now. Set the combi to the drill function, line the drill up with the mark, then I apply a steady pressure as I begin drilling the hole, and I'm just using a cup of water here to stop the drill bit from smoking too much. There we go, we're through the 4mm drill bit. So let's upgrade to the 6mm drill bit now. And again, I just dip the drill bit in the cup of water to keep it cool. And you'll see once you drill the pilot hole, it doesn't take long to go through the 6mm drill bit. Okay, so next up we've got this spearheaded carbide drill bit. So let's drill another hole now. So again, when you start your hole off, apply a good amount of pressure to begin with. And you can see this time I'm using a different technique to keep the drill bit cool. So I'm just spraying it with some water this time. Now this spearheaded drill bit took about 2 minutes, which was a fair bit longer than the masonry drill bits. Now the next method is using a diamond drill bit, which I think is one of the best ways to drill through porcelain tile. Now these come with a wax insert which keeps the drill bit cooler for longer. You can still use water just to try and prolong the life. Now you've got 2 ways of doing this. You can do it the trade way, which is to freehand it, which I'll show you in a second. And there's also a DIY method. If you're not used to drilling holes and you're not confident, you can get a template which helps you out a lot. So I'll show you both ways now. So the first way is to freehand it. So I've brought you in a little closer, so hopefully you can see that. I've made a slight groove, like a pocket, just below the mark, and that'll help me get a grip into the tile, and then I can elevate and walk that drill perpendicular and drill through the tile. Now I've shown you that groove, I'll continue drilling. So you can see once I get a good grip in the tile, I'll start elevating it perpendicular to the tile and drilling through. And these diamond drill bits definitely seem the most effective for drilling through the tile the quickest. And there you go, we're through the tile. So here's the easier way of doing it if you're a DIYer. So here is our ruby template here, and I've had to move it down slightly just so it can get suction onto the tile. There's your 6mm hole there, so we'll put the drill bit through there and it will stop it wandering and cracking the tile. It also has a water inlet there, so if you want to, you can put a tube on the end there and then grab your pressurised water bottle and give it a few pumps, and that will deliver water to the hole. So let's give you a demo of how this works. So if it's your first time drilling holes with a diamond drill bit, the template might be a good idea for you to try. It just decreases your chance of making a mistake if you're not used to drilling with diamond drill bits. And we're through. Definitely the quickest so far. And here's the other bit of Ruby equipment. It's called a Ruby Ingress Kit, and it comes with 2 inserts, a 6mm and a 10mm. So I'm going to be using the 6mm today. So it just slides into the back like so, and then you get 2 different drill bits. You get a 6mm and a 10mm. So we'll be using the 6mm, and the 6mm drill bit just goes through the insert, and then you can drill your hole, and then you put your water in the top there, and that'll keep the drill bit cool. It also comes with a stack of these adhesives, so you just take one off, peel the back off, and then pop it on the back there, and then you can insert it onto your tile wherever the hole is going to be drilled. Like I say, make a mark where you're going to be drilling your hole, then get the adhesive pad, peel it off, pop it on the back of your bit of equipment there, like so, and then you can peel this side off, and then place it where you're going to be drilling. And I'll just bring you in a little closer here. There's also a lever right there, and that allows the water to flow through and keep the drill bit cool. Right, let's give this a go, shall we? So I'm going to turn the lever on, push the drill bit through. It didn't take too long to drill the hole, and it's actually given us a nice clean hole. Okay, let's move on to the next drill bit now. Next up, we've got a diamond drill bit for an angle grinder. Now, if you're really struggling to get through your porcelain tile, I would say this is probably the most aggressive way of drilling through the tile, but the most effective. So let me demonstrate this one for you now. So we're going to be drilling with another diamond drill bit. So I need to get a groove in the tile first to get a grip. Normally I'd start at the bottom, but just to give you a better viewing angle here, I'm going to start on the right hand side and then work it in. I've not got a lot of room, so it's easier for me to start just to the right of the mark. So let's do that now. So you can see here how I etch a groove to the side of the mark and then start moving the angle grinder until it's 90 degrees with the tile. And now it's just a case of putting pressure on the drill bit until it goes through the tile. And you can see this method makes light work of the porcelain tile. And the last drill bit that I'm going to be using is called a Marcrist drill bit. Now it's supposed to be designed with a specialist flute to stop it from walking along the tile and damaging it. And it's supposed to be able to drill through pretty much anything. So we'll put that to the test now. So let's pop that in the impact driver and give this one a go. So again, begin by putting a good amount of pressure on the drill bit. That thing is already beginning to smoke. Now I've edited a lot of this out. This took over 3 minutes to drill through this hole. So in my opinion, not very good. And there you go, we're finally through. Wow, that took ages. Okay, so that's 5 different methods of drilling through porcelain tile. I wouldn't bother with the Marcrist drill bit or the Spearheaded drill bit, as it took ages to drill through the tile. But I did like the angle grinder diamond tip bit, that worked really well, and the impact diamond tip bit, I'd recommend both of those methods. They worked really well. And the Bosch drill bit as well, I would recommend that as it's the cheapest method. So if you only got a few holes to drill, go with that one. It's worth mentioning as well, masking tape can help. So if you just put a few layers of masking tape down and then you make your mark, this will add extra grip to the drill bit, so it will prevent it from wandering and damaging the tile. So that can be another technique that can help you drill your hole successfully. Another thing worth mentioning is wall plugs. When you put your wall plug in your 6 or 6.5mm hole that you've drilled, make sure that's flush with the wall behind the tile and not the tile itself, because when you go and tighten down the screw, this wall plug expands, and if it's flush with the tile, it will put pressure on that tile and it could crack it. So that's another really important one. And another thing worth mentioning is if you are a DIYer and you're not that confident, as I've shown, you can use bits of equipment that can help you drill in your holes more successfully. So that's worth noting as well. And I think that's it for this one. So please consider liking and subbing to the channel, guys. and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.